This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello and welcome to Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. Thank you for joining us and for following Working Like Dogs on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're your hosts. My name is Marcie Davis, and my co-host is my amazing service dog, Lovey. And we're thrilled to be with you today to talk about our favorite subject, working dogs and working animals. And today we're going to be talking with producer Taryn Davis on a major new family adventure about extraordinary real-life dogs who save lives and make our world a better place. Is there anything better than that? And the name of that amazing film is Superpower Dogs. And I know a lot of you will remember that we've had some of the folks from Superpower Dogs on the show before. So we're really excited that Taryn Davis could be with us today to talk about what's been happening with Superpower Dogs. So come right back after these quick messages as we welcome Taryn Davis to the show.
Sit, stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
Are you confused by the overwhelming number of supplements for your dog? Developed by a veterinarian, Dr. Baker's all-natural Canine System Saver is designed to address many of the common problems your dog faces today, including allergies, inflammatory diseases, arthritis, hip dysplasia, geriatric problems, and more. Restore and maintain your dog's health with Dr. Baker's all-natural Canine System Saver. Order 2 bottles today and receive 20% off plus free shipping. Visit CanineSystemSaver.com.
To get this special...
Hi, I'm Dana Humphrey, the founder of Whitegate PR. We have been specializing in PR and marketing in the pet industry for over 10 years. If you have a pet product or service you would like to promote, give us a call. We can help create awareness for your brand on TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, and blogs. Feel free to reach me directly at 619-414-9307 or learn more on our website at whitegatepr.com or follow us on Facebook.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. Hello, Taryn, and welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's just a great pleasure to be here today.
Well, we're so excited that you could be with us and bring us up to date and tell us what is happening with Superpower Dogs, because you guys have been up to a lot since you were on the show a few months ago.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we certainly have. I think the key achievement, or step at least, in this wonderful adventure that we're on is finding one of the stars of the movie Superpower Dogs. And she is a beautiful puppy called Halo. And Halo is a Dutch Shepherd who has been discovered by, and I kid you not here, Kat is her name, Kat Labrada, a fire captain from Miami-Dade. She's with the fire rescue department in Miami-Dade, Florida. And she is on a journey looking for a new working dog to train to become an urban search and rescue dog with Florida Task Force 1. And so we were there, Marcie, we were there at the amazing moment when Kat discovered Halo in a litter of puppies and chose Halo. And we have begun the journey with Kat and Halo, really, as we think about it, a hero's journey, as we follow their training and their life at home and all the ups and downs of this journey to becoming an urban search and rescue dog.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys are capturing that magic of choosing the dog and really following the dog and on that journey until she becomes an urban search and rescue dog. So that's groundbreaking. I don't think that's ever been done, has it?
Well, this is the exciting opportunity that we have, is to be able to really follow a life from puppy, from childhood through to becoming a superpower dog, a professional dog that's going out into the world to help to save human lives. It's a 2-year journey, and I think you're absolutely right. I don't know of any film that has embarked on such an effort, so we're certainly very excited to see what happens.
Yeah, well, so are we. Well, tell our listeners, give us a good overview of Superpower Dogs. Tell us about the film.
Superpower Dogs is a giant screen 3D movie. It's made for IMAX theaters and giant screen theaters. And the reason why this is exciting is because it's going to give people an entirely new perspective on dogs and how dogs see the world and feel the world and experience the world in 3D and on really the largest screens on Earth. We will literally be immersed in the world of a dog in a way that has never before been achieved. And the story is one in which we're going to follow Halo, is going to be the star of the movie, on this journey of transformation and discovery to become an urban search and rescue dog. And along the way, we're going to meet a number of other veteran working dogs at the top of their field, their respective field, in different parts of the world. We're going to be going to the Canadian Rockies to show the work of the avalanche rescue dogs as they can dig people up out of 15 feet of snow, who've been buried in 15 feet of snow. We're going to be going to Kenya to track down animal poachers and to save endangered species such as elephants and rhino. And then we're going to be coming to California, where we're going to meet Ricochet, the wonderful Ricochet, who is a dog that knows how to surf, but whose true beauty is the empathy that she has as she works with children who suffer from autism and veteran soldiers with post-traumatic stress. And these are just some of the examples of the amazing characters that we're going to encounter in Superpower Dogs.
Yeah, well, and we love Ricochet. Ricochet has been on our show, and we just love the work that Ricochet does with the incredible surfing. So tell us, how did you pick these dogs? Taryn, how'd you find them?
Well, this is a journey, Marcie, that we've been on for the last year and a half. Because when if you're making an IMAX movie, these are very big budget films that show in museums and science centers on the world's largest screens. And it's sort of Hollywood production values in these institutional films. So when you make a movie like this, the research is absolutely critical. So we have literally been scouring the world. I mean, I kid you not, in terms of finding the most outstanding dogs and stories of heroism and abilities that will translate well onto the giant screen. And so it's been a wonderful process in which we've traveled from Italy to Kenya to different parts of the United States, all over, and have met with some of the great dog experts, and most importantly, have met with some of the most extraordinary dogs that there are out there to choose who should be in this wonderful film.
Well, I'm so glad that you brought up the research piece, because you guys have a relationship and a partnership with the California Science Center, right? And an exhibit that they have coming out?
We sure do. We actually are very honored that the California Science Center will be presenting Superpower Dogs, and we've been working with them on an exhibit that is called, the working title right now is called Dogs, A Science Tale. And it's hoped that the exhibit and the movie will be launched together in Los Angeles at the California Science Center in March 2018. And boy, there's nothing more wonderful than to give people an experience of the wonderful world of working dogs as being able to not only see a 3D IMAX movie, but also an amazing exhibit that can dig deep into the history of this great subject. So we're very excited about this relationship with California Science Center and a number of other of the working dog organizations that we are working with right now.
Yeah, well, and I know one of the things that I know when you guys were here before, we talked about the amazing way that your film really captures how dogs use their eyes, ears, and noses to really work and to do their jobs, which is just so fascinating. And I think we're just discovering what all dogs can really do with their incredible bodies and senses. So tell us a little bit about how you guys have done that, how you're capturing that, and how you're communicating it through your film.
You've got to excuse me, Marcie, because I'm right here now at a giant screen conference in Toronto, Canada, where this community is presenting all their work to the industry to look for the great new IMAX movies that are coming out on space and nature and so on. And the goal here when we make these films for the giant screen and for IMAX is to take you to places that you otherwise can't go. And that's what's really exciting about this subject, about the subject of dogs. Because, we all think we know our best friends. I mean, our best friends live with us day in, day out. What more is it that we could learn about these dogs? And that's what we are going to discover in Superpower Dogs is, in fact, we're going to end up looking at our best friends in a whole new way when we truly understand their amazing abilities. And so part of our task and our challenge as filmmakers is to be able to express a dog's ability, whether it's its strength, its ability to swim in the water, its abilities to sniff out a drop of oil in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, its ability to be able to track down people trapped in rubble, and all the extraordinary things these dogs can do. Our challenge is to be able to bring that to life in a way that you've never seen by building specially designed camera equipment and to create computer graphics to bring to life the world as a dog sees it and smells it and feels it. So we literally plunge you into this other world that we know so little about, and that we will emerge from having seen this movie with a whole newfound respect for our canine friends and partners.
Wow, it is so exciting. And as a dog lover and as someone who's been partnered with a working dog for over 20 years, I can't wait. It just sounds so awesome to really get a glimpse into how dogs use their incredible abilities, and for you guys to be communicating it and sharing it with the world in such a physical way that we can all start to really grasp their abilities is just so exciting. And how did you guys come up with this idea? I know you've talked a little bit about that, but when was this really born that you guys were going to tackle such a monumental project?
Well, thank you so much for your interest and support, because it means the world to us and this journey that we're on. This is a very difficult challenge that we have to bring this story to life, and your interest and support is really, really important, because the more people who care about what it is that we're doing and follow us on this journey, across our social media, on our Facebook page and so on, the greater chance that this will be the amazing success that this project can be, not only for the film, but also for the whole working dog community, because that's what our goal is to celebrate the working dog community and to show people the extraordinary value that there is in these amazing dogs, and to showcase the amazing relationship between humans and dogs like it's never been before. So this journey really began with the love and passion for dogs that our partner that you spoke to a few months ago now, called Dominic Cunningham Reed, has for dogs. He, in fact, has set up a shelter for abandoned and abused dogs in his homeland in Kenya. He's from Kenya, and wherever he goes, whatever he's doing, pretty much his number one concern is to look after the welfare of the animals that he encounters along the way. And in fact, we've been in production on a number of films together in the past, Dominic and I, and he would often disappear from set for hours, and in a couple of cases, days on end, and I'd have no idea where he's gone and what's going on with my partner. And it would turn out that he was out rescuing a dog that had been abandoned or taking it to hospital or whatever it would take to help the welfare of an animal, he would do. And so this is really the genesis of this project is his love and vision for dogs.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, we love that. Thank you for sharing that with us. And we are going to take just a quick break and hear some important messages from our sponsors, but we're going to come right back and continue talking because we have a lot more questions for Taryn about behind the scenes of how Superpower Dogs is coming to life. So come right back after these quick messages.
We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Retrievers, Labradors, Goldens are the main breeds that come through our door, but we'll train anything with 4 legs and a tail. My husband and I own a kennel. We train hunting dogs and also have a boarding and grooming business. Our dogs, they're athletes, and we feed a very quality food. You can't get enzymes in a commercial dog food because they cook it at such a high heat that so much important nutrition is just cooked right out of it. But adding Dynovite to their diet has every single dog in my kennel looking better than they have ever looked.
DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000. Dynovite helps them obtain that better nutrition that is hard to find in commercial foods.
The omega-3 fatty acids, zinc. There's flaxseed oil, the seaweed, the kelp.
They don't shed as much, and they're all over very healthy dogs.
We tell everybody we know about Dynovite. DINOVITE.
Dynovite's the bomb.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
It's designerpetsweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit designerpetsweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. designerpetsweaters.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio, and we're visiting today with producer Taryn Davis of the incredible Superpower Dogs film that we are all counting down the days until we get to see. And we were talking a lot, Taryn, before the break about all the different things of how the film is coming to be and all the incredible dogs that you guys have selected to showcase and share with us. But I have to ask you, how in the world do you go about raising the money to do a project like this? Because you guys are traveling all over the world and you are doing something that's never been done. How do you go about doing that? How do you build the support for it?
You know, it's like, I suppose, building anything. It begins with a belief and with a vision and a dream that you want to change the world for working dogs. And you feel that you can do it in a way that's never been done before, that we can make this extraordinary movie in 3D and for to be shown on IMAX and giant screen theaters in museums and science centers, and that we can absolutely educate and delight and give audiences, family audiences, kids, an amazing thrill, and to see a world and experience a world that they know so little about. That is the world of the dog. And you sort of start from that basic premise and then go out from there. And we're in touch right now with a number of different organizations who love dogs, who support dogs, looking to complete the financing for this movie. And right now we've also started a crowdfunding campaign on Indiegogo to look for the support of the sort of our audience online And there are many, many different ways that one can participate, from the small to the big. Every bit counts. In fact, to me, Marcie, it's not the amount. It's about the number of people who express their interest by coming into our Indiegogo campaign to give maybe $10 here or $15 there or more than that. But the point is to build an audience of people who love dogs, who value working dogs, so that we together can go and change the world for these animals and for this community.
Yeah, well, and I love that you're doing an Indiegogo campaign because, like you said, anybody can contribute. And you can contribute as much or as little, whatever you personally can do. And I love that because then we all can be a part of this incredible project. So that's such a great idea. And you guys are doing really well. I've been following you on Indiegogo, and it looks like that's really working well, that crowdfunding initiative. You're getting close to your goal.
Well, I just want to mention again that I'm actually speaking to you from the midst of a giant screen conference where we're going to be presenting Superpower dogs to all the top museums and science centers in the world. And this is, of course, part of our campaign to raise money and support for Superpower dogs and make sure that we get the film made. So this is very exciting times.
We love following you on Instagram and Facebook. You have such beautiful images of some of the Superpower dogs like Ricochet and some of the other dogs that you've mentioned already. So tell us a little bit about all the social media things that you guys are up to and how our listeners can find you guys.
Oh, well, thank you so much for asking. I think we are certainly on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and you can visit us at facebook.com/Superpower Dogs. And anything Superpower Dogs, you will find us on Twitter and Instagram. And come and check out all the videos. We've got a number of videos related to working dogs, the stars of our movie, that are coming out that we're releasing on Facebook and across our social media. Dogs that are introducing people to our star, Halo and Kat, her human handler, who are training together to become members of Florida Task Force 1. And we've got an amazing film on Ricochet that we're going to be releasing in about a week, which I'd love you to look out for. So please come and join our community. You can even send in a photograph of your dog and tell us its amazing ability. And then we can post that picture and your dog's amazing abilities on our Superpower Dog branding back for you to celebrate with your friends and your community. And this has been a wonderful thing we've been doing on our social media, where people have been sending in a lot of their photographs and sharing why their dog is so special to them, what their dog's amazing ability is. Because while not every dog is a superpower dog who can leap out of a helicopter to save someone from drowning, we know that each and every dog has a special ability, and that's what we want to celebrate.
Yeah, well, I know, and your website is so beautiful. The images, I just love visiting the website because you guys do update it so often, like you said, with new images that you're receiving and also videos, which are so fun to watch. So I do encourage all of our listeners to really check you guys out on not only social media, but also your beautiful website, which we will list all of that on our website about our show today so that our listeners can find you guys. But you're right. If you type in Superpower Dogs, you can't go wrong.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And just again to say, with our Indiegogo campaign, please, even if it's just a small contribution that you can make, or just even sharing word of our project with your friends, that will make all the difference. Every little action makes a big difference. So thank you so much for your interest, and thank you for your support.
Yeah, well, we do love it. And I have one more big question that I want to ask you today before you have to leave us. And that is, out of all of the relationships and all of the superpower dogs that you've experienced so far, what have you observed, Taryn, that stood out in your mind the most regarding the human-animal bond?
Do you know, the interesting thing is, with the movies that I make, it's all about big drama and special effects and large screens and 3D. But this is all about dogs that can track down animal poachers in the African wilderness, and surfing dogs, and dogs that can dig you out of an avalanche. But really, what is most special about what it is that we're doing here, and will speak the loudest in this movie, is that it's a story about heart. And that, to me, is what affects me most, is when, for example, we look at, and I was just lucky enough to meet Ricochet. Ricochet's ability to understand and intuit your mood and to help you if you're sick is the most transformative part of this journey for me, where I have come from the beginning of this project not knowing too much about the world of dogs to one entirely committed to it. It's dogs like Ricochet and their amazing powers that have really transformed the world for me.
Yeah. It's all about the power of connection, right? And that connection between the animal and the human that I am so lucky I get to experience every day, which is just, I mean, it's so hard to articulate it, which is why I'm so excited to see you guys communicate it on not only the big screen, but the giant screen of IMAX, which will just be phenomenal. I mean, nothing short of it. You guys are on an amazing journey, and we're just so thrilled that you would share that with us. And tell us, what is the schedule for, I know you guys are still working and you're following Halo, but what is the timetable that you're looking at right now?
We will be, the key thing is that we will be releasing Superpower dogs in March 2018. That is the goal that we're driving for. But the really exciting thing is, in fact, us going into production next year, because that's going to be a journey that all of your audience and we all can follow as we actually go out and we make this movie. And wherever we go, we're going to have our social media team with us. We're going to be sharing the stories of the challenges that we face on set, the fun that we have with these amazing canine stars, and everything we learn along the way. So that's going to be a journey that we can all go on together, and personally, that's what I'm really excited about. But towards this goal of releasing Superpower dogs in the March of 2018.
Well, we are counting down the days and can't wait to see it. It's going to be amazing, Taryn, and we hope that you'll come back and tell us more about the journey as you guys get into production and really have more tales to share, right?
More tales to share, and much. We have lots of people here in Toronto barking with excitement and drooling at the thought of bringing Superpower dogs into their museums and science centers. And I, again, thank you, Marcie, so much for your interest, and thank you to your audience for following this journey and supporting our efforts.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Taryn. And thank you, our listeners, for being with us. We love for you to join us and share all of these wonderful stories. And we also love to hear from you. So please keep those emails coming. And you know you can reach us at Marcie, MARCIE, at PetLifeRadio.com. And you can also follow Working Like Dogs on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And read our blog at WorkingLikeDogs.com. So thanks so much for being with us, and we look forward to being with you again soon. Take good care.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.